Tool belts, a necessary evil when you work in the building trades. I was an electrician for well over 40 years, and I had several different types of tool belts over that period of time. And right now I've been working on the renovation house again and doing exterior work on the outside. The tool belt I have is quite old and it's quite uncomfortable. So I decided to find something a little bit more comfortable for this 60-plus-year-old body here, and I mean well over 60. So I was out shopping, looking around, and I wanted something with a take the weight off my waist. That was a big problem working as an electrician. So here's what I found. We're going to talk about it coming up. Hi, I'm Roger, welcome to the shop, and what I have here is a DeWalt tool bag with the shoulder harnesses. I even put on a matching shirt here. Oh, that was by accident. I've been shopping around and looking at different types of tool belts, and I've been to several different home stores, and I hadn't really found what I wanted. And yesterday I was at Lowe's, where I don't normally go, but to look for something else because they only have it there. And I thought, well, while I'm here, I'll look to see what they have for their tool belt. So I looked at their Cobalt brand, not impressed. They have some Craftsman stuff. To me, it's just junk. Craftsman isn't what it used to be. And I thought, well, I kind of gave up on that, and I kind of went down the aisle to go get what I needed. And these were in a completely different place. Why they don't have all the tool belts together, I don't know. This was in a different aisle. They had several different DeWalt brands there. And of course, I am a DeWalt guy. I got a lot of DeWalt tools. So I kind of looked this over, and it's got the harness, which I kind of need to get the weight off my waist, because working as an electrician, when I started out back in the 1970s, and yes, I'm that old, as an apprentice, we had this tool belt, and you've seen the stereotypical tool belt where the electrician wears around and got it on his side, and it's got about 60 pounds of tools in it, and usually you see them walking like this most of the time, and they're clanging around. Well, after a period of time, you get tired of that, and you figure out you only need to carry what you really need to carry. And once we got even into the 90s, very few electricians actually wore electrician belts. A lot of them went into carpenter's belts, and they wore them backwards. That is, they put the pouches behind them, keep your tools in there, and you had pouches you could grab your fittings and Scotch locks and wire nuts and outlets and switches and all that stuff you carry with you. And it wasn't a big weight thing. Then later on, when we got into the 2000s, a lot of guys, you've seen the buckets with the bucket boss inserts. So they'd carry the buckets, and they would have maybe a little small pouch, or they just carry the crap in their pockets. Hard on jeans. I wore quite a few out where I used to cut my tape measure in the pocket all the time. Wife didn't like that. Of course, then I got into where I was doing power monitoring and engineering, and in the last probably 20 years of my career, I didn't even need tools. I had a tool caddy I carried around, and if I did need something, it was usually something very small, so I didn't have to carry tools. So now here I am back doing construction type work. I've done a lot on the renovation house. If you've seen any of those videos, a lot of the framing and the interior work, and now we're doing the outside. Summer, hot, tool belt I have, uncomfortable, makes my waist hurt and my back hurt. So finding something else, I'm going to get this thing unpackaged since I've been babbling on here for quite a bit. Okay, it's got a whole bunch of them little plastic T-tie things I'm going to have to cut off. I can say I have not even opened this up yet or unpackaged it. So yoke style suspenders, that's what I'm kind of hoping it's going to take the load off my waist. That is not something I want to cut there. That's got a tie on it. So what model do we have here? Shows just says 20 pocket Pro Framers combo apron with yoke style suspenders, gusset style pockets, and a convenient handle design. We'll find out about that here in a minute when I get this all undone. Boy, there's little plastic ties everywhere here. Okay, I think I got them all. I'll get this little thing here untied, some of this other plastic off of here. Okay, the model number of this, if you're interested, is a DG5617. And all together, it looks like this here when it's all put together, and I'm going to have to try to figure out how to get this thing put on. Trying to get this thing apart and undone just to get everything out it's like a jigsaw puzzle, and there's zip ties in there too you got to find and cut off. And once you finally get all the little zip ties and plastic ties and all them little things cut off of there, it'll come up to something like this. There is a Velcro strap here, and the belt is padded. It's another thing I was looking for, because my old tool belt does not have a padded belt, just a leather belt. And it's old, it's worn, it's stiff, and it hurts. This is also marked SM and L. I think that means small, medium, and large. So we're going to find out how that fits here in a minute. And the harness part, right here, and there's a chest strap, a little clip on it here. We'll take that off. Try to get this thing put on. Probably have to do a little sizing on it. Got a cell phone pocket up here, except I don't think my phone will fit in it. Of course, that'll need to be sized up. The belt that goes around here. See what size I am. I guess I'm a large. This here will clip on over the front of it. I think this will work out pretty well. Find my hammer loop. Hammer loop will be back here. I'm used to it being up front, but I can get used to that. Tape measure, oh, there's a hammer loop in the back right here as well. I can see myself putting the hammer back there and then sitting on it, or getting caught on something. Place for a tape measure. That'll clip right here. Just happen to have one handy. Tape measure clip there. Looks like it'll hold it pretty securely because I'm pretty good at dropping that. I usually keep nails and such in the left-hand pocket because I'm right-handed. So what I'm working with right now, of course, are I'm putting on vinyl siding, so there's a lot of roofing nails involved. And then for the trim coil, got my trim nails here. I put something else in here. I don't know what yet. Occasionally I need to use some really long roofing nails because of some of the places I'm in. On this side here, there's quite a few different pockets. There's a one right here in front for a utility knife. It's going to keep that handy. Usually I've got that drop down in and I got to go digging for it. The pocket up here for a speed square. Speed square. That'll fit right there. That'll be handy. Nice horizontal fit. I've got another little pouch out here for some tools. I could probably put my siding punch in there. My J-channel punch in here. Snips. There's some little rings in here if you have like screwdrivers or something. I won't be using screwdrivers there, but I have a very small cat's paw that I use to pull out errant nails. That looks like that will fit in there. Got a little clip up here with some holes in it for pencils. And I don't use this type out there. I use carpenter pencils out on the job site. But I think I need to tighten the straps up here just a little bit. But that's easily adjusted by pulling on them, I believe. Yep, just pull on them like that. We'll pull over here. And tighten this one here up just a little bit. So, I think I'm all ready to rock and roll here. We'll see what this is like when I get some tools and stuff in it, and I'll do a follow-up video on this here later on. The biggest thing is it's going to take the weight off of my waist. And it was really getting to make my back hurt. Like I said, I'm old. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Does it look dumb? I don't think it looks dumb. I don't know that I'll be wearing my matching shirt. Well, maybe I will, just to be fashionable. Little pocket up here for a cell phone. It's like it was made for a flip phone. So I don't know what I'll put in there. Probably nothing. So what's it like to take it off? Well, pop this clip. Undo the belt. Pull the Velcro. Off it comes. and there are handles right here to carry it. I think it'll work out great. So here's my little demonstration of this tool belt shoulder harness combination. Like I said, it's going to save my back and my waist. And want to see what the back of it looks like. A little bit of a view from the back. So I think I'm going to be happy with it. So if you got anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up. Always helps the channel. Roger in the shop, trying out the new tool belt. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.